Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to provide you with a list of tools and resources that we're going to be utilizing in this course. So there are four main tools. The first one is OpenAI.com, the second one is ChatGPT, the third one is DALL-E, and the fourth one is Leonardo AI. So for those of you who don't know this, ChatGPT and DALL-E, so those two are products of OpenAI. So you need to create your account on OpenAI first before accessing ChatGPT and DALL-E, right? And DALL-E is basically text to image generator, just the same thing like Midjourney, and Leonardo AI is also the same text to image generator, right? So yeah, so these are like four main tools, and the rest are supporting tools. So we also have Agent GPT, which is our autonomous AI agent, and we have Hugging Face, product Aspose, Flow GPT, Fusion AI, and Cookup AI. So all these things are AI prompt generator, right? So let's talk about the first one, OpenAI. So I'm just gonna click on it. It will take me here. As you guys can see, welcome to OpenAI. So if you go to product, OpenAI has several different products here. ChatGPT is one of them. They also have GPT-4, DALL-E, which is text to image generator. All right, so you need to create your account here. You need to create your account on OpenAI before accessing ChatGPT and DALL-E, and it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and it's completely free. All right, all you need to do is just to click sign up here. And the good news here, OpenAI has been fully integrated with Google, so I'm pretty sure like vast majority of you guys have your Gmail account. So all you need to do is just to sign up using your Gmail, and that's it. All right. So I'm just gonna close this tab. Let's go to the second tool, which is ChatGPT. As you guys can see, this is ChatGPT. This is basically AI chatbot, where you can ask any questions and ChatGPT is going to answer your questions with human-like answers, right? So yeah, obviously this is like the main tool that we're going to be utilizing in this course, since we're going to be concentrating mostly on ChatGPT prompts, right? And the third one here is DALL-E. Alright, so DALL-E is basically text to image generator, as you guys can see here. You can create your account for completely free on OpenAI, and you get up to 50 credits. So it means you're able to generate up to 50 images using DALL-E for free, right? And we also have Leonardo AI, so I'm just gonna click on it. This is very similar to DALL-E or Midjourney, text to image generator. And yeah, it's going to be free, right? You don't need to spend any money here. Leonardo AI gives you 150 credits every single day, so you can generate up to 150 images per day for completely free. All right, and the next one here is agentgpt.rework.ai. So this is basically AI autonomous agent. This is like one of the latest AI technology. As a matter of fact, Agent GPT is even newer compared to ChatGPT. Alright, so you might be wondering like what we're going to use this for. Well, this is going to be your AI assistance to help you generating high quality and effective prompts. As you guys can see here, there are like several different options. Actually, not only limited to these three, but these three are just like examples. So the first one here is platform GPT. Write some code to make a platformer game. So you can ask Agent GPT to write you code. You can ask ChatGPT to plan a detailed trip, or maybe ask Agent GPT to do research for you, right? But this time we're going to utilize this autonomous AI to generate us prompt, high quality prompt, obviously, right? And you might be wondering, then what's the difference between ChatGPT and Agent GPT? Well, ChatGPT is the chatbot where you can ask any questions and ChatGPT is going to answer your questions. But Agent GPT is not chatbot. Agent GPT is basically like AI assistants, or usually call it as like your own staff, right? So you can assign Agent GPT to a particular task, particular role, and Agent GPT, without having your supervision, is able to operate autonomously, which is great, right? All you need to do is just to give a name to this agent and also set the goal. Maybe, hey, generate me a prompt for marketing or for copywriting, whatever, and then click generate. All right, and that's it. Wait, and Agent GPT is going to gather all information, gather all data, and provide you with very meaningful insights. All right, so we're going to utilize this in this course. And the next one here is huggandface.co. I'm going to open all this prompt generator, right? So the second one is product.aspose. The third one is flowgpt. Most of them are pretty much the same, you know. I just like to provide you with like many different options. So if you don't like one of them, then you might still have other options to choose. All right, so let's get to the first one, which is Hug and Face. So the only thing that you need to do here is to type in the basic prompt and then click submit, and Hugging Face is going to generate you like more complex prompt, right? So as you guys can right here, this app generates ChatGPT prompt. It is based on BERT model trained on this dataset, so you can even see the dataset of this platform. Simply enter personal that you want the prompt to be generated based on, right? So you can choose like the kind of like the character here, right? So yeah, if you have time, you might want to take a look at the dataset if you're curious about the dataset. All right, and the second one here is Aspose. So here is the URL, products.aspose.app. If you don't know how to get there, just click on this link. All right, so it's extremely similar to the previous one, Hugging Face. All you need to do is just to type in the basic prompt here, and also select like your intentions. Maybe you want to create ChatGPT prompt, then click on this. You want to generate essay, and then click this. Or you might want to ask questions about health, then click doctor. You might want to get answers regarding to accounting, then click accountant. So just select the relevant topics, right? So yeah, there are like many different topics available here. All right, so let's close this tab and let me go to flowgpt. All right, so this is another tool. This is another prompt generator. As you guys can see here, there are like many different topics available down here, so you can select the one that is relevant to you. But if you don't find anyone that is relevant to like your topic, that you might want to write down here and see if there is any. Right, so the way it works is also going to be very similar to the previous two. Just write the like basic prompt here and then click generate, and that's it. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna close this. Let's move on to the next one here, Fusion AI. As you guys can see, the way it works also kind of the same like the previous one. The only thing that you need to do here is to type in the basic prompt and then click generate prompt. Let me give you an example. marketing campaign. That's just gonna be an example here, and then click generate prompt. So now it is generating the prompt for us. And look at this, right? 500 essay explaining the key components of successful marketing campaign, including target audience budget. So you can utilize this tool to generate like more complex prompt from a very basic prompt like this, all right? And the last one here is Cookup AI. As you guys can see, right now we're on Cookup AI. The way it works also very similar to the previous tools. All we need to do is to select the topic that is relevant to our questions. For example, you have a question related to programming, just select programming, all right? And as you guys can see, there are like many different topics related to programming. You can select the one that is most suitable with your topic, that is most relevant with your topic, right? So there are like many different options here. Okay, so that's all, guys. I'm just gonna close this tab. That's all. I'll see you guys in the next video where I'm going to introduce you to the concept of prompt engineering. So I'll see you guys there. Bye. Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to introduce you to prompt engineering. For those of you who are already familiar with prompt engineering, feel free to skip this video. However, if you're not really familiar with prompt engineering, especially those of you who are new to this game, make sure you stay in this video and pay very close attention to things that I'm about to explain in this video. So let's begin with the first question here. What is prompt engineering? Well, it is basically the process of designing and refining prompts or instructions given to a language model. So let me give you an example here. So as you guys can see, right now we're on ChatGPT. So this is basically AI chatbot where you can ask any questions and ChatGPT is going to answer your questions with human-like answer. Right, so let's say you are a content creator, right? So let's say you are a YouTuber. You want to create a video about fictional history, but you're stuck. You don't have any idea in your head. So you want to utilize ChatGPT to generate you content script for your YouTube videos, right? So let's type the prompt, generate me content script for my YouTube videos about fictional history. Right, so I hit enter and see what ChatGPT is going to generate us. Right, we'll see. Okay, cool. Title: Unveiling the Enigmatic Tapestry, Exploring the Fascinating World of Fictional History. Alright, so as you guys can see, ChatGPT is generating the content script for us. The introductions, the first segment, second segment here. Pretty cool, right? The third segment. Alright, keep going. The fourth segment. I don't know how long it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be a pretty long content script, I guess. Whoa, the fifth segment. And finally, the conclusion, right? And also, what else? Oh, that's it. The conclusion. All right. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the output generated by ChatGPT. And to generate this output, we use this prompt, right? So if you might be wondering like what prompt engineering is, so it's basically a process to create or to design these instructions, right? So to generate this output, we need to write this prompt. So prompt engineering means the process to engineer, the process to design this type of prompt, make it as good as possible, make it as effective as possible. So ChatGPT is going to be able to understand what we want. It's going to be able to understand our instructions, and obviously the end goal here, ChatGPT is able to generate the output that we expect, right? So yeah, so that's the definitions of prompt engineering. Let's go back to our slide and let's talk about the objective here, right? So let me do the slideshow. The aim is to guide the model's output in the desired directions by providing clear and explicit instructions. Right, so if we use this as our case study, obviously the end goal here, the objective that we're trying to accomplish is to make ChatGPT to generate us content script for our YouTube videos about fictional history, right? That's the goal here. That's the reason why we wrote this prompt. And then by using this prompt as the input, we're able to make ChatGPT to generate us this whole content script, right? So obviously the end goal here is to generate us content script for our fictional history YouTube videos. Alright, so let's move on to the third one here, technologies behind prompt engineering. So let me do the slideshow. So as you guys can see here, there are three technologies that I listed here. Obviously there are more than these three, however these three are like the most important one. So let's begin with the first one here, NLP, or it stands for natural language processing. So NLP encompasses a range of techniques and algorithms that enable computers to understand, interpret, and generate human language. So NLP technologies, for example, like text classifications, name entity recognitions, and sentiment analysis, are employed to analyze and process prompt, ensuring they provide clear instructions and constraints to the language model. Alright, so NLP is also like the tool that was mainly used to translate the human language to computer language. So that's the reason why NLP plays very crucial role here. So let's move on to the next one here, RL, or it stands for reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is basically a machine learning approach where an agent learns to make decisions by interacting with an environment and receiving feedback or rewards. So in prompt engineering, RL can be used to fine-tune language model based on feedback from human evaluators or users. By applying RL algorithms, prompt engineers can iteratively optimize the model output by reinforcing desired behavior and adjusting prompt formulations. As you guys know, ChatGPT allows users to provide follow-up corrections. So every single time ChatGPT generated output that is out of the context, we as the users are able to make follow-up corrections to fix the directions of the conversations generated by ChatGPT, right? And every single time there is a corrections being made, that's when reinforcement learning algorithms involve, right? So yeah, that's the second technology. And the third one here is called transfer learning. So transfer learning involves training a model on one task, then leveraging that knowledge to perform well on different related tasks. Language models like ChatGPT are pre-trained on large datasets, acquiring a general understanding of language patterns and context. And in this case, prompt engineering utilizes transfer learning by fine-tuning these pre-trained models on specific tasks or domains. This enables prompt engineers to leverage the existing language capabilities of the models and customize them for specific prompt-based interactions. So yeah, as you guys know, as you guys can imagine, how large is the pre-trained data set. It's extremely large, right? And it is very crucial for ChatGPT to have the capability of transferring knowledge from one task to another relevant task. And that's when transfer learning comes into play. So you guys, I think that's it. That's all you need to know. I'll see you guys in the next video where I'm going to explain how prompt engineering works. So I'll see you guys there. Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to explain briefly how prompt engineering actually works. So as you guys can see, we're going to use this cool illustration. So if you want to learn more, just click on this link. It will take you to this cool website called Unite.ai. And if you have time, you might want to read these descriptions. They have very comprehensive explanations about how prompt engineering works, and they have very cool diagram, cool flowcharts that will help you a lot to understand the concept. So yeah, I'm just gonna close this tab and I'll go to this whiteboard. I'm going to make this image a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Just gonna close this ads, kind of annoying. Alright, so here we go. I'm just gonna grab my pencil. As you guys can see here, we have the language model. So this is our ChatGPT. Alright, so this circle represents ChatGPT. Alright, so I'm sorry if my handwriting looks kind of weird. I'm not really used to this whiteboard, to be honest with you. And the data set that is being used by ChatGPT is the pre-trained data set, and the model is GPT-4, right? GPT-4. Let me write that down first. GPT-4, here we go. Okay, cool. So as you guys can see here, to initialize the conversations, the user needs to enter the prompt, right? So this is just an example. Hey, this is a conversation between a customer and a polite, helpful customer service agency, right? And the input indicator is simply just a specifications about what type of questions, what type of input this is. For example, like, okay, questions of the customers. All right. So yeah, so the first thing, when the user enter this prompt, it will be taken to this model, and that's usually called a context analysis. So this is the step where ChatGPT processes the user input to understand the provided context, identifying important tokens, and comprehending the overall meaning and intent behind the text. Alright, so that's like the very first step. Then, the next step is going to be computations and knowledge integrations. So the model, which is GPT-4 in this case, performs complex computations on the analyzed context, leveraging its knowledge base acquired during training, and it combines its understandings of grammar, language patterns, and accumulated information to generate a response that aligns with the given input, which is this input, right? Yeah, then the next step is response generation, which is the last step of this process where ChatGPT is going to generate you the output. Alright, so through the analysis of context and integration of knowledge, ChatGPT is able to provide you with the relevant output based on whatever input given by the user. So yeah guys, that's how it works. Obviously I don't want to be very technical here because some of you, or maybe most of you, are not coming from technical backgrounds, right? So I'm just gonna explain it in non-technical language and make it easier to understand. All right, so I think that's it. That's all you need to know about how prompt engineering works, especially like ChatGPT prompt engineering. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to balance specificity and generality when it comes to prompt. So I'll see you guys in the next video. What's up guys, welcome back to the course. In this video, we're going to talk about how to balance prompt specificity and generality. Alright, so we're going to talk about pros and cons of having a prompt that is too specific and prompt that is too general or too broad. Alright, so let's start with prompt that is too specific. Obviously, there are pros and cons. So when it comes to the positive things of having specific prompt, it can lead to highly precise responses that directly address the desired information or task, minimizing the ambiguity, right? And another positive thing is control. So like you have more authority over the generated output. So specific prompt provides more control over the output, allowing prompt engineers to guide the model's behavior and generate responses according to predefined criteria, right? But obviously, there is nothing perfect, right? So specific prompts have these two pros, but also has a negative thing too. So if you have too specific prompt, actually, it may restrict the model's ability to generate creative or alternative responses beyond the given instructions, right? So, if you are expecting ChatGPT to generate you, creative output, then obviously you don't want to have very specific prompts because you're going to put limitations on the AI creativity in this case. And let's talk about general prompt. So if your prompt is too general, it will allow the model to exhibit more creativity and explore various possibilities, leading to potential innovative or unexpected responses. So those are definitely good thing to have, right? However, there are also cons too when it comes to general prompts. So the first one is ambiguity. All right, so general prompts may lead to ambiguous or unclear instructions, resulting in responses that lack focus or fail to address the intended task or questions. And also lack of precision. So general prompts can generate responses that are too broad or not specific enough, potentially providing the incomplete or inaccurate information. So let's play around with ChatGPT this time to see what is the actual effect of having too general or too broad prompts. So let's say we want ChatGPT to generate story about historical events in World War II, but actually we want to specifically get the story of the battle in Iwo Jima. Just an example, right? However, if we type our prompt to be like too broad, too general, let's say we just create our prompt like this: generate me story of World War II. That's it. This is too general, this is too broad, and guess what? ChatGPT is going to generate us like the main storyline of World War II. That's it. ChatGPT is not going to specify, okay, so what's happening in the Battle of Iwo Jima, something like that. No. Right? Because ChatGPT is only going to generate you what you're asking. So if you want specifically to get the story of Battle of Iwo Jima, then you need to specify it in the prompt. So generate me. So this time we're going to rewrite the prompt, but in a more specific way. Um, Clearly telling ChatGPT what we want. Alright, generate me a story. Generate me the historical events and Iwo Jima. Right, the Battle of Iwo Jima. See, as you guys can see, if we are being specific, ChatGPT is going to generate us like what we want, right? So that's the reason why we need to be more specific, but also at the same time you need to keep this in mind. If your prompt is too specific, then most likely you're going to put limitations on ChatGPT creativity, right? So just make sure you keep that in mind. So let's go back to our slide. Then the follow-up question will be how to know if my prompt is specific enough but not too specific, right? Because if your prompt is too specific, you're going to limit ChatGPT creativity, but at the same time, if your prompt is too general, too broad, then you're going to cause ambiguity, right? So how to know? Well, there's no exact answer to that questions, unfortunately, but actually, it's going to be dependent on your case, right? On what you're looking for, on what you're um, trying to do, right? On what answers that you're trying to get from ChatGPT, right? Every case has different situations. Every case has, different approach. So I cannot really say there is like one standard rule that can be applied to like all cases. So the more we practice, the more you're going to get used to it, right? What's up guys, welcome back to the course. In this video, we're going to talk about the capabilities of ChatGPT. So it is very important for you to know and understand things that ChatGPT are capable of so you can utilize this AI tool to its fullest extent and see how far you can potentially go with ChatGPT. So there are four things. The first one is contextual awareness. So ChatGPT has the capability to maintain contextual awareness within a conversation referencing past prompts or messages. So if you go to ChatGPT and you opened a new chat here, as you guys can see, there are three main capabilities listed here. The first one is remember what users said earlier in the conversation. So that's exactly the same with contextual awareness. So every single time you have conversations with ChatGPT, actually you can revert to things that you've already said earlier in the past. And ChatGPT has the abilities to recall that, right? So let's say you want to recall something that you've already said previously, feel free to do it. ChatGPT is able to do it. And the second one is creative language generation. So ChatGPT exhibits creativity in generating language and can produce novel and diverse responses. It can go beyond more factual informations and provide imaginative or nuanced answer. If you don't believe me, let's try it out. Generate me fictional story about old empire, right? So just an example. I don't want the story to be very long, so I'm just going to add short here. Short fictional story about old empire. As you guys can see, you can prove how creative ChatGPT can potentially be, right? Especially if you have like the right prompt, you would be amazed knowing how creative ChatGPT can potentially be. Look at these guys. All of these are fictional, right? So yeah, that's the second one. The third one here, ChatGPT allows user to provide follow-up corrections. So let's say when you're having conversations with ChatGPT, sometimes the output generated by ChatGPT is not relevant to the topic, or maybe it's taken out of the context. So sometimes you want to make the corrections, letting the ChatGPT know, hey, actually, what I meant by this statement is this, right? Or maybe you want to take the conversation's directions back to the original point, right? So it's not taken out of context. So yeah, ChatGPT is able to um, receive that feedback and then make corrections. All right, and then fourth one here is coherent responses. So ChatGPT can generate coherent and contextually relevant responses, providing meaningful answers and engaging in conversational interactions that make sense to the user. Alright, so let's go back to the new chat here. Let's talk about the second capabilities listed here. So ChatGPT allows user to provide follow-up corrections, which is the same like this. And the third one here, ChatGPT is trained to decline inappropriate requests. So for example, if you are typing a prompt that is against ChatGPT policy or terms and conditions, for example, anything related to like violence or NSFW, right? Then most likely your prompt is going to be rejected and your request is not going to be processed, right? Because your prompt doesn't align or doesn't comply with ChatGPT terms and conditions. So yeah, so those are capabilities of ChatGPT, guys. In next video, we're going to talk about limitations of ChatGPT. So I'll see you guys there. Bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the course. In this video, we're going to talk about limitations of ChatGPT. Alright, so as you guys know, ChatGPT is actually pretty new AI technology. It was released in 2022. So it has been around 5, 6, or maybe 7 months. I forget like the exact date when ChatGPT was released to the public, but I'm pretty sure it was like less than a year ago. So definitely ChatGPT is pretty new. So definitely ChatGPT is not perfect. There are still rooms for improvement. So yeah, we're going to talk about limitations of ChatGPT that you need to be aware of so you can set your expectations clear, right? And let's talk about the first one here, potential biases. So ChatGPT can inadvertently generate biased or inappropriately responses due to bias present in its training data. It may reflect societal biases or produce responses that are offensive, harmful, and political biased. To be honest with you, when it comes to like this particular issue, potential biases, there's not much that we could do with that. Think about this. ChatGPT has a large pre-trained data set, and if we're talking about pre-trained data set, like the more data sets you have, the better it is going to be, right? But also at the same time, you need to realize that the larger the data set is, the more bias it will potentially cause to, right? So that's just like the consequences that we all need to accept, right? That's the first one. Let's talk about the second one here, limited knowledge of worlds and events after 2021. To be more specific, after September 2021. So the model's training data only includes informations up until that time. ChatGPT is trained on large datasets, but its knowledge is based on informations available prior to 2021. So if you go to ChatGPT and you open up the new chat here, they also list like 3 main limitations. So as you guys can see here, limited knowledge of world and events after 2021. So all events occurred after 2021 might still be recorded in the pre-trained dataset. However, you cannot expect ChatGPT to have very detailed information about those events after 2021, right? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's talk about the next one here, overconfidence responses. All right, so let's do the slideshow. So I'm just gonna click on slideshow. So ChatGPT may sometimes generate responses with a high level of confidence, even when the information provided is incorrect or inaccurate. So sometimes this can be quite challenging, especially people who rely completely on ChatGPT as their main source of informations. I don't think it's very wise thing to do. You still need to do recheck to make sure the information given, the information presented by ChatGPT is factually correct, right? So yeah, sometimes the overconfidence tone make us convinced that whatever information given is correct, although in some cases it can be incorrect too, right? Or maybe not relevant to the context. So yeah, make sure that you do some extra checks. And the last one here, sensitivity to input phrasing. So ChatGPT is highly sensitive to the phrasing and wording of prompts. So even like small changes in input can lead to significantly different responses. It can make um, a little bit challenging to predict and control the model's behavior consistently. All right, so that's the challenge that we need to tackle. That's the problem that we need to overcome. And that's the reason why I always believe that prompt engineering is all about designing prompt that is not only effective but also customizable, meaning that even you make like some modifications, the output is still going to reflect to the original purpose, right? So yeah, I think those are limitations of ChatGPT that you need to be aware of. I think that's it. That's all you need to know. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're going to talk about how to create effective ChatGPT prompt. So yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.